People are going to hate me for saying this, for repeating this. But Erika Kirk, step away from TPUSA. You're doing too much. I said this at the very beginning of this when you took the assignment of replacing Charlie Kirk. Not the proper role. You've got 2 young kids. Go be a mother to them. Once you step into that CEO role of an important political organization with international influence, no one's going to give you, oh, she's a grieving widow, let's cut her a break. No, what they're going to do is focus in on you're the CEO of a political organization with international influence, and they're going to talk about you and discuss everything about you and be critical of you. That's what goes along with being the CEO. You clearly can't handle it. The video you put out yesterday, 15 minutes attacking your critics, casting yourself as a victim. Your explanation of why you attended the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You wanted to go confront your critics. Erika, your critics were not at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Those were primarily your allies. No one in the media, in the mainstream media, people at CNN, people at MS Now, people at Fox News, they're not attacking you. Not in a real way. Fox News celebrates you, and MS Now and CNN mostly leave you alone. You were not there to confront your critics. And I know you told a story that you were and that you did, but that's not it. You went because you wanted to have fun. You like going to fun political events. You got 2 kids. Go raise them. All the heat, all the criticism will go away by attacking Drewski, by attacking Candace Owens, by attacking people that say like, hey man, TPUSA is a powerful organization. The last CEO just got assassinated. That's not a woman's job. Those of us that have pointed that out, we're not the bad guys. We're actually looking out for you, your kids, and what you as a woman can handle. You clearly can't handle the heat that goes along with being the CEO of a internationally powerful political organization. If you could handle it, the people that say like you shouldn't be the CEO of a political organization, you'd let that roll off your back. Yes, you would be upset with Candace Owens. I get that. But if you're really qualified for being the CEO, you'd let that roll off your back because you know you can't win that battle. Drewski, right now, I guarantee you, is in a studio with white paint on his face, dressed up as you, preparing his next skit. The outfit you chose was comical, just easy to satire. I don't know if you're a good or bad person. I assume you're a lot like me and everybody else. Your intentions are good, but you're flawed. I don't know or really care. What I do know is you're not built for this level of combat. Women aren't built for this level of combat. I'm sorry to have to break that news. They're all going to hate me for telling you the truth. Women aren't built for combat. We've known that for hundreds of thousands of years. Politics right now is a super violent combat sport. If you can't take the slings and arrows that come out of people's mouths, you're not fit for leadership of a political organization. I speak this truth not to harm you, but to advise you, because perhaps your friends aren't giving you the proper advice. Stand down. Let some man take the criticism that goes along with being the CEO of a powerful political organization. It's time to raise your 2 young children.
She survived a shooting 4 days ago. She hid under a table in a ballroom while a man with multiple weapons tried to breach security and kill the president. She walked out in tears saying she wanted to go home. She took 2 days of silence while the internet called her fake and diabolical and staged. She came back on Wednesday with a 15-minute video addressing every single critic by name: Candace Owens, Drewski, the media, the journalists, all of them. She went on offense hard. And then Jason Whitlock, conservative podcaster, former sports journalist, someone who describes himself as being on the same side of the political aisle as Erika Kirk, posted a video that stopped the internet. Whitlock wrote in the caption of his video, "Erika Kirk lashed out at her critics last night. This is the latest example of why she needs to resign as CEO of TPUSA and let a male take all of the heat that comes with running a political organization. Go raise your children, Erika. Go raise your children." Not from Candace Owens. Not from a left-wing commentator. Not from an anonymous online account. From a conservative podcaster who said publicly what a significant portion of the movement has been saying privately, that Erika Kirk should step down from TPUSA and go home. This is the most direct challenge to her leadership that has come from inside her own ideological universe. And it deserves a full and serious examination. Welcome to the Marquee Report. Let's break down every single layer of this story. Let's go through exactly what Jason Whitlock said, because his argument is more structured than the headline suggests, and it deserves to be represented accurately. Whitlock began by saying people are going to hate me for saying this, for repeating this. But Erika Kirk, step away from TPUSA. You're doing too much. I said this at the very beginning of this, when you took the assignment of replacing Charlie Kirk. Not the proper role, you've got 2 young kids. Go be a mother to them. Once you step into that CEO role of an important political organization with international influence, no one is going to give you, "Oh, she is a grieving widow, let's cut her a break." That opening is doing something specific. Whitlock is not saying Erika Kirk is incompetent in general. He is saying the role is wrong for her, specifically because of the scrutiny that comes with it and specifically because of her family situation. He is making a protective argument wrapped around a dismissive one. Whitlock continued saying, "You're the CEO of a political organization with international influence, and they are going to talk about you and discuss everything about you and be critical of you. That's what goes along with being a CEO. You clearly can't handle it. The video you put out yesterday, 15 minutes of attacking your critics, casting yourself as a victim. The 15-minute video is the specific trigger for this." When Erika Kirk released her response to critics on Wednesday, the one where she addressed the shooting, the journalists, the media, the people calling her fake, Whitlock watched it and concluded it was evidence of someone who cannot handle the pressure that comes with leading a major political organization. Whitlock also claimed during his address that Kirk should let a man take the criticism that goes along with being the CEO of a powerful organization. That sentence is the one that is going to define the coverage of this story. And we are going to address it directly, because it deserves a direct response. Before we get to the broader argument Whitlock is making, let's look at the specific claim he made about the correspondence dinner, because it is revealing about how he is evaluating Erika Kirk's decisions. In her Wednesday video, Erika revealed something that shocked a lot of people. She did not go to the White House correspondence dinner because she was invited by someone important, or because it was a strategic political appearance. Whitlock stated that he disagreed with Kirk's explanation, saying, "Your explanation of why you attended the White House correspondence dinner, you wanted to go confront your critics. Erika, your critics were not at the White House correspondence dinner. Those were primarily your allies." This is actually Whitlock's strongest point in the entire video. If Erika Kirk went to the WHCD specifically to confront journalists who had written about her, and several sources confirmed she did have a confrontation with a Daily Mail reporter before the shooting began, then the framing of her attendance as a brave public appearance in the face of ongoing threats gets complicated. Whitlock added, "You went because you wanted to have fun. You like going to fun political events. You got 2 kids, go raise them." Whether Whitlock is right about her motivation is something only Erika Kirk can answer. But the question he is raising, why was she there, what was she trying to accomplish, and does that purpose justify the risk, is a legitimate one that her own explanation on Wednesday actually made more complicated rather than less. Now let's address the sentence that is going to follow this story everywhere. Go raise your children. And let a male take all of the heat. This is where Whitlock's argument crosses from legitimate criticism into territory that a significant number of people, on both sides of the political aisle, are going to find deeply problematic. The argument that Erika Kirk should step down from TPUSA because she's a woman and a mother, and that a man should replace her specifically because men are better equipped to handle the criticism that comes with running a major political organization, is not a new argument. It is one of the oldest arguments in the book for keeping women out of leadership positions. And it is worth naming directly because Whitlock did not say Erika Kirk should step down because she lacks the political experience. He did not say she should step down because the organization needs someone with a stronger public profile. He said she should step down because she's a woman with children, and because a man would handle the heat better. The fact that this argument is coming from inside the conservative movement rather than from outside it makes it more significant, not less. It exposes a genuine tension that exists within that movement between its stated values of meritocracy and individual achievement, and the underlying gender assumptions that shape how certain kinds of leadership are evaluated. Erika Kirk has not responded to Whitlock specifically. She has not addressed the "Go raise your children" line. Whether she does, and how, will tell you a lot about how she has decided to handle this new category of attack. Let's talk about the video that set Whitlock off, because understanding what Erika actually said on Wednesday is essential to evaluating his response. On Wednesday, April 30th, Erika Kirk appeared on the Charlie Kirk show dressed in all black. She spoke for 15 minutes. She called America unrecognizable. She said the media in that ballroom was so concerned about getting footage during an active shooting that they had become desensitized to basic human survival instinct. She accused the same forces she has been accusing for months, the media, the culture of indoctrination, the people she says perverted truth into a weapon, of being responsible for the environment that got her husband killed and has led to 3 attempts on the president's life. She also revealed why she was really at the WHCD, to confront journalists. She said many of them had attempted to dehumanize her, and she wanted to meet them face to face. And then she said something that cut through everything else. Kirk said, "Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me?" That line, delivered directly to camera, clearly rehearsed, clearly intended as the video's defining moment, is the kind of statement that lands completely differently depending on who is watching. Her supporters heard a leader stepping forward and demanding accountability from people who have been attacking her from behind keyboards. Her critics heard someone who does not understand the difference between legitimate scrutiny and personal attack. Whitlock heard someone who cannot handle criticism. And he said so publicly. Step back and look at what the Whitlock intervention actually means for the larger story around Erika Kirk. Every previous major challenge to her leadership has come from one of 3 places. Candace Owens, who has built an entire content operation around questioning her legitimacy. Anonymous online accounts, who traffic in conspiracy theories that have no evidentiary basis. Left-wing commentators, who oppose everything she and TPUSA represent politically. Jason Whitlock is none of those things. He is a conservative commentator. He is someone who shares her political values broadly. He is someone who is not doing this to generate viral content for an opposing audience. He is doing it because he genuinely believes what he is saying about her leadership. That is a different kind of challenge. Because it means the criticism of Erika Kirk is no longer contained to people she can dismiss as enemies or opponents. It has now reached people who are supposed to be in the same coalition. Whitlock argued that by attacking Drewski, by attacking Candace Owens, by attacking people that say like "Hey man, TPUSA is a powerful organization, the last CEO just got assassinated, that's not a woman's job. Those of us who have pointed that out, we are not the bad guys." The framing of "not the bad guys" is significant. Whitlock is positioning himself as someone offering honest advice, painful but necessary. Whether you accept that framing or rejected depends entirely on whether you think the underlying argument about her fitness to lead is legitimate, or whether it is simply gendered gatekeeping dressed up as concern. Both things can be simultaneously true. The criticism of the Wednesday video can be legitimate. And the "go raise your children" framing can be completely unacceptable. Those two things do not cancel each other out. Here is where everything stands right now. Jason Whitlock has publicly called on Erika Kirk to resign from TPUSA, saying she cannot handle the criticism that comes with leading a major political organization. He specifically said she should let a male take the heat. He specifically told her to go raise her children. Erika Kirk has not responded to Whitlock directly. TPUSA has not issued a statement. The Iowa State event happened Thursday. The conservative movement is watching. The question this moment forces is one that the movement has been dancing around since September 2025. Is the criticism of Erika Kirk's leadership based on legitimate concerns about her decisions and her fitness for the role? Or is it based on the assumption, held by some and now stated openly by at least one, that a woman with children simply should not be running an organization like this? That question does not have a simple answer. But the fact that it is now being asked out loud by someone inside the same political universe means the Erika Kirk story has entered a new and more uncomfortable phase. This has been the Marquee Report, serious detailed coverage of the stories shaping the world right now. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss what comes next. See you on the next one.